Hey, sorry, it's hard to see you.
Okay.
Are you a homeowner here?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. Come here real quick.
What are you going to show me?
We're just the ones working with a lot of your neighbors. You know, like next door, Orlando? Did he already tell you he'd be coming by?
No.
He didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought you were. Sorry. I was all confused. I was like, what? Anyway, we just got done helping out Orlando. We're doing most of the neighbors. We're just running a report to see which homes qualify for the new utility rate program they just did with solar. A lot of people have come by and tried to sell you solar in the past, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I don't need that, and it's too expensive. So we're doing something totally different. We can't sell it if we wanted to. We just run a report on all the homes that do qualify for the low rate plan with their SGG or their APS. And what happens is if they were to qualify, we actually cover the cost of any you know, like solar gets expensive. I'm assuming you've looked into it a little bit.
Have.
And the reason you didn't do it was probably money.
It was expensive, and there was a lot of problems with it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot, even dump problems as far as birds and that kind of crap.
It's dumb.
So it's just not worth it.
Yeah, and so that's
I still feel the same way.
Yeah, and that's how like a lot of the programs were.
Yeah.
We're the company that's right by the CVS, Sun Solar. Have you seen the trucks, the blue ones or whatever? What's cool is we do a program where you actually get to own the panels, and we do what's called a critter guard. So like you'll notice the difference of our installs versus a lot of the other ones where they have like what's called a critter guard around it. So a lot of like the quick big box solar companies, like they just kind of slap up glass up there and move on, right? And you're probably like, I don't want to, if I'm going to put something on my roof, I don't want to have any problems, like you said, right?
Right.
So what it is we make this simple on the financial side, because everybody's like, if the numbers made sense, like if I could make it pencil in my mind, then solar would make, I'd do it. I'm not opposed to helping the planet. I'm assuming you're not like against saving money and against helping the planet.
Well, of course not, but I just...
You don't want to avoid the problem. You just don't want to deal with the headache and the problems.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm okay with the bill that we got right now.
Exactly. And it's like what, like $100?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is like a lot of people, they're paying, you know, like 30 to $100 a month, and then the summertime maybe like 110. What do you
No,
know?
we have like a budget thing. So
What's
it's the same every year.
What's yours? Oh, you did the equalized pay.
Yeah.
What's your
115.
115? Yeah. So like Orlando's was like a little bit more than that. Every home's a little different or whatever. And so people are like, yeah, it's $115. What the freak? The problem is how long you lived here.
10 years.
10 years. So let me, like, what's your name? Sorry, I didn't ask. Paul? That's my dad's name. So I'm Sam. This is the trainee team. So go easy on me so don't make me look terrible. So Paul, what we do, it's really simple. If 10 years ago, I would have given you a proposal to be your landlord and you could live for 10 years, I'm going to charge you rent. I'm going to raise your rent every year a little bit, just like inflation. Would have you taken me up on that deal?
No. Yeah.
No, you're smarter than that. You move tomorrow, you got 10 years of equity and mortgage in the home, you cash out, right? So why do you do that with your utility bill? 115, how's it?
It's kind of been like that since we moved here.
That's the problem, is you didn't know there was a different route. So so this is it. You've been paying for 10 years, let's say $115. They've raised their rent a little bit. Call it APS. They're your landlord. You move tomorrow, how much money do you get back?
Well, that's it.
Zero, right? So we call that 100% eternal contract of money you're guaranteed to spend.
Yeah.
And do you have any other option? Like you can't shop around. You're not like, hey, I'm going to just like DirecTV to dish you, or, you know, and you move tomorrow, you wasted all the 10 years. That's thousands and thousands of dollars. Just like if you would have paid me as your landlord as a rent, right?
Right.
So what we do is you can fast forward another 10 years. You could keep wasting the money like that. Or we do what you were smart. Did you do a mortgage or did you do cash when you...
Mortgage.
A mortgage, right? You weren't like, here's $500,000, whatever it cost you. And did you do 30 years? Mm-hmm. Even though you maybe weren't going to be here for 30 years. You might be here 5, 10, 15, whatever, right? So you did this. And once it's paid off, right? Where can you pay off your utility company and be like, oh, I'm going to be done with you?
No.
No. You move, no equity. That's a rent payment. So what we do is we say, look, if you could pay less towards something you own, where it's 100% maintained by us, and you have the critter guard, you have 100% monitored on your phone, and it was cheaper. And if you sold your home, let's say in 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, you get to pull all the equity out, just like your home. But the government paid you 26% of it for you. You pay taxes?
Well, of course.
You love paying taxes, or
Yeah, I mean, we all pay taxes. I mean,
But if you had an option around it, would you take it?
well, come on, let's be realistic.
Paul.
That ain't gonna happen.
I'm here to tell you the government has a thing in place. It's called the federal tax credit for solar. And I'm here to help you save thousands and thousands of dollars on your taxes too.
Yeah.
So I know you're sitting there going, well, huh. I'm like, let me you play devil's advocate, Paul. Tell me all the reasons to say no at the end of this. And you'd be like, you can't think of one the way I do this.
Okay.
So the government gives you a tax credit of 26%, which now is dollar for dollar what you're guaranteed to spend money on the government, right? You're guaranteed to spend the $115 every month. You're signed in, you're locked in and loaded. You're paying that. So I'm like, if it was less than what you're paying now and you get to own it, and if you move, you cash all the equity out,
Yeah.
it's better than what you're currently doing, isn't it? The problem is not every home qualifies for my program because it's so sexy that I'm like, I wish I could do it for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
I'll tell you what. You can go ahead and go look for other people because you're not going to get me.
I'm not trying to get you, Paul.
I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to sign up for anything. I'm not
couldn't
gonna give you
even-
my phone number.
I couldn't even sign you up if I wanted to, Paul.
Okay.
We don't
Well,
even
then
know
I'm
if we.
going to go ahead and close the door then.
I know. We don't even know if we could pick you.
I don't want to close the door on your face. I'm just asking you. I'm good. You gave me your pitch. I actually had the door open a lot longer than I usually do. So
I appreciate that,
your time.
Paul, and I appreciate that. So I'll leave you with this because, like I said, but like, if you say no, you say no.
I'm
But-
going to say no. It doesn't matter. I'm set on it. I heard things that the APS will cut you with fees. You pay my brother's had like a $3 when he first got solar, a $3 electric bill 1 month, and he had to pay an APS a fee, and then he says it was almost the same as his regular bill. Plus he had a solar payment.
Solar payment.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. So that and somehow that like that's why I tell people I'm like the way you get solar is really important, and we try to fully educate you on saying there's this way, or there's this way. There's 4 different ways you can get solar.
Yeah.
So the way we do it sets up homeowners for success.
I appreciate
Does that make
it.
sense?
Yeah. Thanks for the time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
All
Paul.
right, thank you.
We'll see ya.
Hey everyone, it's Shalise with the Door to Door Experts. You just watched a live door approach. What did you think? We want to get feedback from you, so make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.